Good morning, dear students. Welcome to your English school. I hope you all are very fit and fine, and God always bless you the happiest and healthiest life. Dear student, you know that your school has been closed, but your online study is continue. So no one should waste your time. Everyone pay attention to your study properly because your second term examinations are going to be held. So this is your class 4th NCERT EVS book looking around, and today we are going to read the chapter number 19, Abdul in the garden. In this chapter, a boy is there, a small boy whose name is Abdul. His father is a gardener and he has planted some vegetables in his garden. So let's start the chapter. Abdul in the garden. It was a holiday. Abdul was helping his Abu in the garden. Abu was clearing the dried leaves and grass from the vegetable beds. Abdul started to pull out the grass from one of the beds. He found that it was not easy to pull out even the small grass. His hands became red by the effort. In trying to pull out grass, Abdul knocked down a stick that was supporting the pea plant. A climber. The delicate stem of the pea plant broke. Abu said, "Why are you pulling the grass? The roots of the grass are strong. You will have to dig them out." Abdul carefully dug out the plant. He then saw that the root of the grass plant were longer and much more spread out than the part of the plant above the ground. So here there is a boy whose name is Abdul. Today it is a holiday today, and that is why he has come to his father's garden to help him. His father was clearing the dried leaves and grass from the vegetable beds. So he also started to pull out the grass, but when he tried to pull out the grass from the bed, he found that the grass were very strong, that the root of the grass were very strong, and it was very difficult for him to pull out the grass from the ground. And in that effort, his hands became red too. In trying to pull out grass, Abdul knocked down a stick that was supporting the pea plant. You know that a plant is a climber, and this is a very delicate and soft plant, and it is so soft that it needs support to grow. The pea plant need the support of any stick or any tree or plant to grow. So when he was trying to pulling out the grass, by mistake he knocked down the stick that was supporting the pea plant, and that is why the delicate stem of pea plant broke. Abu said, "Why are you pulling the grass?" When Abu saw that delicate stem of pea plant broke, and and his hands are becoming red in effort of pulling out the grass, his father told him, "Do not pull out the grass. You should dig them out." So he started to dig out the grass, and when Abdul was carefully digging out the plant, he saw that the root of the grass plant were longer and much more spread out than the part of the plant above the ground. He saw when he was digging out the plant, he saw that the root of the grass plant were very longer and they were spread out. They were spread out than the part of the plant above the ground. This is a vegetable garden. Here vegetables are planted, and in between the vegetables there are so many dried leaves and grass. Here you can also say them the weeds. This is the unwanted plants are also called weeds, and that should pull out from the ground. This is These are some pea plant. This is also called climber, and you're watching that the pea plant needs support to grow. A question: the stick which was stuck in the ground fell very easily. It was difficult to pull out the small grass. Why? So the answer is the root of the grass were holding the soil very tightly, so it was difficult to pull out the grass. Whereas the stick had no roots so it came out easily. The stick came out easily because it has no root, and it was very difficult to pull out the grass because the grass were holding the soil very tightly. That is why Abdul could not pull out the grass easily. Next question, do all plants have roots? So of course, definitely, yeah, all the plants have roots. Look at some plants and trees around you. Imagine how deep and spread out the roots of these are. So there are some picture of plants and the root of the plants. You can see that there are so many big trees are there, and the roots of the plants are also very long and spread out. Next question. After 3 days, Abdul saw that one broken part of the pea plant had dried. Guess which part would have dried up and why? So of course, the leaf part of the plant would dried up because of broken, the water could not reach to the root. That is why the leaf part of the plant would dried up. Abu remembered that he had to send some radish, or you can say mooli, home. He started to pull the radish out of the soil. Abdul wondered whether these were also root. Only a few radish were pulled when there was suddenly a strong wind and rain. Both of them picked up the radish and ran. They had just reached home when a branch of a neem tree in the courtyard broken and fell. In fact, Abu was lucky to have missed by only a few inches. Despite the strong wind, the tree remained firm on the ground. They both sat down to have tea with Ammi. Abu said to Abu said to Abdul, the plant were getting dry. Now that it has rained, it will not have to water the plant. We can now sit and play Ludo. So Abu remembered that he had to send some radish to the home. Then they started to pull out the radish from the soil. Abdul was very wondering that, and he was thinking that this is also a root, and only few radish eh, they were pulled out, and suddenly a strong wind and rain started. Both of them picked up the radish and ran. They had just reached home when a branch of a neem tree in the courtyard broke and fell. In fact, his father was very lucky that he missed by the only a few inches. Despite a strong wind, the tree remained firm on the ground. Only a branch of a tree was broken. They both sat down to have tea with Ammi. Abu said to Abdul, "Here, they take some tea." And then his father told him the plant were getting dry. Told him that the plant were getting dry. Now that it has rained, now the rain has been started, and it will not have to water the plant. We can now sit and play Ludo. What did they talk to each other? They were to water the plant, but now they are telling that the rain has been already started. Then there is no need to water the plant. Now they are free, so they will sit and play Ludo. What do you think? The neem tree did not have fall despite the strong wind. So the answer is the neem tree has very big, strong and deep root. That is why the neem tree did not fall. On putting water in the soil where the plants are growing, the drooping leaves become fresh again. How? So the answer is the root of the plant take water from the soil which reaches the leaves. Next, what do you feel? Do all plants need water? Yes, of course, all plants need water. Which of the plants around you need regular watering? So small potted plants like tulsi, money plant, etc. need regular water. What will happen if nobody give water to these plants in the scarcity of water? Most of them would die. Abdul realized that he never watered the huge neem tree. Where did it get its water from? He thought, which of the plants around you do not need watering? Where do they get water from? Make two guess. So the answer is huge tree like neem, mango, people do not need watering. They get water from the deep under the ground. So this is the first part of the chapter. We will meet in the next part of the chapter. Till then, have a nice day.